Good morning. This is Pastor Jason of Kona Faith Center with a word for today. And the word for today is worship. I've heard it said that the highest form of worship is obedience. Of course, the Lord himself, through Samuel, said he desires obedience rather than sacrifice, which is what most people think worship is. My current definition of worship is the direct acknowledgement to God of his nature, his attributes, his ways, his claims. Doing what he says is a direct acknowledgement to him of who he is. In the pericope of the woman at the well, worship comes up. God is a spirit, and those who worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. Those that worship him must acknowledge directly to him who he is in spirit and in truth, in words and in actions. When Jesus is explaining what's going on to the boys, he says what sustains him is not natural food, but doing the will of the one who sent him. While we must eat, drink, sleep, and do other things, other natural things to live, what sustains me, what drives me, what motivates me, what keeps me going is to do the will of the one who sent me. Doing his will then becomes my worship, my direct acknowledgement to him of who he is. Jesus says to look up and see that the fields are ready for harvest. Therefore, to go, to reap in obedience to him who sent me is my worship. It's my direct acknowledgement to him of who he is. Jesus said, we who do his will receive a reward and eternal life, life as God has it, in the here and now. So worship him in spirit and truth, with words and with actions. To do so, I must do some things. I must know him. I must experience him. If I'm going to hang with him, I must speak truthfully. Speaking truth is a direct acknowledgement to him of who he is. If I'm going to hang with him, I must be faithful. Being faithful is a direct acknowledgement to him of who he is. If I'm going to hang with him, I must seek him. Seeking him is a direct acknowledgement to him of who he is. If I'm going to hang with him, I must love good and hate evil so that I will live and he will be with me. Loving good and hating evil is a direct acknowledgement to him of who he is. If I'm going to hang with him, I must be just and righteous in my dealings with others. Being just and righteous is a direct acknowledgement to him of who he is. If I'm going to hang with him, I must... Well, you can just fill in the blank. I can spend my life in study of the Word to discover all other aspects of what worshiping him, studying, spending my life in pursuit of him, in pursuit of his words, is direct acknowledgement to him of who he is. Worship. I don't know about you, but I know there's room, plenty of room in my life to grow in worshiping the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the unlimited Creator, the all-knowing, all-powerful Majesty on high. I also know that I want worshiping him to be my lifestyle. The word for today is worship. God bless. Check in tomorrow.